Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new to the channel and you're interested in becoming a model, you definitely want to consider subscribing because I make some of the best content that you guys are going to see on YouTube about the modeling industry. All right guys, so in this video, I want to talk about the agency side of things, right? So a lot of you guys may be wondering, how does a modeling agency stay profitable, right? How do they make money? Because surely if a model is not booking a lot of jobs, that 20% commission isn't going to be enough to keep the lights on, if you know what I mean. So in this video, I want to talk about some different tactics or different strategies that a lot of modeling agencies use to kind of stay profitable and make a lot of money. All right guys, so number one, I already talked about the commission. So when you sign a modeling contract, right, the model commission is usually about 20%. This means that your modeling agency is going to charge you as a model 20% commission on any jobs you get. But on the flip side of things, they actually also charge the clients 20% booking fee as well. So essentially, modeling agencies are getting 40% commission off of a job. So let me put that in math for you guys. So let's say a model books a job and the job pays $1,000, right? The agency is getting 20% of that from the model, which is $200. And they're also getting 20% of that from the client, which is another $200. So for a $1,000 job, the modeling agency is profiting $400. So that's just simple math. It's not always the case, but for the most cases, agencies would get commission from both sides, the clients and the models. Another way that some agencies make money, and again, this is not all agencies, but some agencies actually make money from photographers as well. So oftentimes when agencies sign on new models, the models don't have a huge portfolio book. So they encourage those models to shoot with specific photographers that they have on their roster, and they're getting commissions from those photographers. I won't quite say they're commissions per se, but it's more like a referral fee. So if an agency is referring all of their models to X photographer, they're getting the referral fee and a kickback to their agency because as you guys know, it's pretty expensive to do high-end photography with a professional photographer, right? So your photographer may be giving a kickback to your agency for the referral. All right guys, so this next tactic is actually a very popular one and you see it in a lot of fashion capitals, right? So you may see it in New York, for example, and it's model apartments. And I typically tell models, especially the ones that I consult with, that, hey, if you can find your own accommodation, you're better off finding your own accommodation in whatever city you're working in than to go with your agency model apartments. Now, if you're only there for a short time, like for instance, if you're represented in Los Angeles and your agency flies you to New York for like 2 months or so to like get some work and meet some clients, sure, for that 2-month time frame, you may want to consider staying in a model apartment if your agency offers that. But if you're there for like an unlimited amount of time, or you don't know when you're going to leave the city, you don't want to be in a model apartment for 6 months plus, because you end up losing a lot of money that way. And this is actually how a lot of agencies stay profitable, is by offering model apartments. Here's how it works. For instance, an agency may rent out an apartment. Typically it's like a 1-bedroom, for example, right? If they're renting a 1-bedroom apartment in New York, let's say it's in like a really nice neighborhood like Soho or Chelsea or something like that, the max they're paying is maybe $3,000 for a 1-bedroom, right? If they're paying $3,000 for 1-bedroom, best believe, I mean, you guys know what model apartments look like. Oftentimes you see 4 models, 6 models sharing a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom. So if they're paying $3,000, for instance, right, and they have 4 models staying in a model apartment, the typical rate for model apartments is about $50 a day. So if a single model is paying $50 a day for a month, when you multiply 50 times 30, that's already $1,500 for one model to stay in a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom with 3 other models, right? So if there are 4 models in the apartments, now you're talking about $1,500 multiplied by 4. And that's $6,000 a month that the agency is getting from having 4 models in a 1-bedroom apartment. Now keep in mind, their rent may only be $3,000, so that means that they're pocketing $3,000 as well, right? So this is, I wouldn't say a tricky way, but it's a smart way that a lot of agencies use to make money and stay profitable. So if you guys ever wondered like, hey, I did this job like 2 months ago, why haven't I been paid? Where's my check? Why isn't my agency saying anything about it? This is why. At some modeling agencies, especially the ones that are financially savvy, when a client pays for the model's services, right? So the agency may hold on to that check and put it in a short-term investment, like a short-term bond, or they may even buy a stock, for example, or cryptocurrency, if you will, and hold on to that and wait till that investment has yielded some interest before they pay out the model. So oftentimes, and I know I somehow dealt with some of these frustrations as well as a model, especially when I was in Chicago, where you did a job months ago and you're constantly working, you're doing other jobs, so you may even forget like, hey, I did this job for this client 3 months ago, I never saw the check, right? So you have to go back to your book and refer to it and say, okay, I got paid this date, I got paid for this job, I still haven't gotten paid for that job. And a lot of times your agents, they may not even say anything. They may just kind of like let it fly under the radar and pay you out towards the end of the year. Another way that modeling agencies actually make money is also by doing promotion deals with promoters, club promoters, or bars or restaurants. You see this a lot in big cities like New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, where a restaurant owner or a club owner or some kind of big lounge owner may have a deal with an agency that says, hey, we need models coming in. We need models to show up at our nightclub or show up at our bar, because that's going to generate a lot of foot traffic, a lot of business for the restaurants. When people see attractive women or attractive male models coming in, it's just going to generate business for the owner. So they would often have like a kickback or commission or something, some kind of agreement with the agency. I know when I was in Chicago, when I was represented by Elite Model Management, we got into the hottest nightclubs for free just because we were models or we were signed. And sometimes we actually had to show our comm card at the security, right? We had to show our comm card to get in. That was like our access pass. So again, this is just a way that a lot of agencies tend to make money. So there are different ways as an agency that you can stay profitable. And then the last tactics that some agencies use is that they actually get a commission again, or a kickback, or some kind of contractual agreement with major talent searches or major talent convention shows. So when you think about talent searches, right? Aspiring models show up to a convention on a particular date with the hopes of getting signed to one of the top tier agencies that would send a representation like a talent scout to those conventions, right? So as an aspiring model, you actually pay a registration fee. They're pretty expensive. It's usually about $800. And you see thousands of models, maybe 3,000 models showing up to this major convention. So best believe that all of the vendors, or in other words, all of the agencies that show up or send the talent scouts or a representative, they're getting a check from the registration fees from the 3,000 models, right? So this is just a general way of how some agencies stay profitable. All right, guys, so that was a quick model education just to show you guys the flip side of the business. If you guys have questions, definitely drop them in the comments. I would appreciate it. If you like this video, if you learned something new, hit me with a thumbs up. I'll see you guys in the next one.